If you have stumbled upon this video, you are likely interested in Barefoot or minimalist shoes. You might also be interested in being a bit more environmentally or eco-friendly, sustainable with your purchases, and I'm pretty sure you are definitely interested in saving some money. In this video, I'm going to combine all three: Barefoot and minimalist shoes, being a bit more eco-friendly, keeping those shoes out of landfill, and also save you as much as 50% on your next pair of Vivos. So if that all sounds interesting, then let's keep watching and let's get started. So this website you can see in the background here is Revivo Barefoot. You may or may not be familiar with them. If you come over to Discover here and then About Us on their site, scroll all the way down here a bit. It's a little bit hidden away, but you can see that they're a certified B Corporation. Basically means they're into being more environmentally friendly and sustainable and reducing the amount of impact on the environment through their business practices. And one big thing with this is down towards the bottom here is this little word Revivo, and it's actually another branch or part of their business where they repair and recycle used shoes with the ultimate aim of keeping them out of landfill. Over 24 billion pairs of shoes are produced each year, and with over 90% of these ending up in landfill, often within 12 months of purchase. So that's pretty much a ridiculous statistic every year. So also in 2020, Revivo Barefoot decided that they want to make every single pair of their shoes they design to have an end-of-life solution. So it's a bit of a fancy way of saying their objective is to basically keep shoes on people's feet and out of landfill for as long as possible. And one way they've decided to do that is through this separate arm of their business called Revivo. Click on that link, jumps across here to Revivo or Revivo, depending how you want to pronounce that. And essentially it's a place where they refurbish and repair damaged shoes. So if you live in the UK, you're able to have your shoes repaired, and you can choose to have, depending on how badly they are needing repaired, you can have a refresh, you can have them reconditioned or revived, which basically is their most comprehensive service where they'll actually replace, repair a sole and other elements of the shoe to keep them going and on your feet. At £57, that's expensive, but compare that to a new pair of shoes, which could cost at least double that price. Yeah, sometimes even 3 times that amount. So these are the Tracker hiking boot. I think they're £180. So there you go. Yeah, so that's pretty much a third of the price, less than a third of the price to buy a new pair of shoes. But if you're not able to have your shoes repaired, if you're not living within the UK, there is an option of being able to buy refurbished and repaired shoes. If we take a look here at the top, you can go men's, women's and kids. Let's jump in here, have a quick look. And there are a shed load of styles. You can see it's just going and going. So a lot of these are shoes which are previous styles which are no longer in production, no longer available on the Revivo Barefoot website. Also shoes which have been repaired and returned back to Revivo Barefoot, and they've repaired them and they're selling them on here. You might be thinking, well, is this option open for me to be able to purchase these and have them shipped? Looking over the top right hand corner here, click on that little flag symbol and you can see for international shipping. If we click on that drop down, we can see anywhere from Albania right the way down to Zimbabwe and a lot of places in between. Not sure how many countries there are here, but it's a pretty extensive list, and it'll also adjust them to your currency, so you'll see how much it'll cost you in your local currency. So that is pretty awesome. So another thing to consider here is what are the options on the quality of the shoes. So how good are these shoes? I'm going to be happy with how they are. So let's have a quick look. So if we look here, we can see more information about condition. Here are the various options. So there's 4 different levels of quality. Never worn, which is basically new condition. So these are styles that are not refurbished but are from previous collections and no longer available for purchase on our Revivo Barefoot site. So you can buy brand new shoes here, just previous seasons or end of lines. Excellent condition. Our finest reconditioned footwear is like new, showing very few signs of wear and ready for a new pair of feet. Coming on down to great. These will be in great condition but will show some minor signs of wear and tear. Any repairs will be minor and each pair will be basically reconditioned back to life. And finally, are the lowest level but still what they're classifying as good. These will be in good condition, but will proudly show their repairs and their new replacement sole. So even the lowest quality here, you will get a brand new sole. And yes, you might be able to see the stitching and repairs. That shoe is going to be good to go and going to get many more miles out of your shoes. I own a pair of the Revivo Barefoot Primus Trail Firm Ground, and I think I've put about 500 miles on them so far, but I think there's another 1,000 maybe to go. So I think I'm going to get about 1,000 or 1,500 miles out of those shoes. Let's get into what options you can actually buy and how much these actually cost. Jump back here. So there's a few other interesting things which I'll discuss in a moment about shoes which are available on Revivo's site, which are no longer available. The soft ground trail shoes, which are for more muddy conditions. So let's see if we can track down a pair of those. Boom. All right. So here we go. Primus Trail Soft Ground SG Women's. There's a pair of excellent. So that's £90, which is a saving of £30 from the original brand new price of 120 if you bought them originally when they were available on Revivo Barefoot site. All right. So never worn. Here we go. These, what they're called Obsidian, which is basically a black upper, white sole, size 6. And these are shown as never worn. For £95, a saving of, what's that, £25? You can get yourself a brand new pair of shoes, never worn, perfect condition. And these shoes, you can't get them at the moment on Revivo Barefoot site. I don't think they're end of line, just for whatever reason. They seem to come and go recently. They've been available off and on over the last year from what I've noticed. But either way, if you wanted the soft ground for muddier conditions, this shoe is available here, and you're going to save £25. Let's see if we can save some more money. So one thing you can do here is you can narrow down what you want, and you can even specify the condition as well. Okay, so here we go. Outdoor condition, good. Let's see. Right, Primus Trail soft ground for men. One thing I have noticed with this site is that you put the options in for the kind of shoe you're looking for with regards to condition, and sometimes it doesn't actually bring back what you're after. Oh, here we go. So pair of what they class as black with the black sole, red upper, size 10, which is my size, and I'm going to get them for a good condition. And here we go. Pair of size 10, £60, and new price. If I bought them when they were available on Revivo Barefoot site, I would have paid 120 as the full markup price. So a saving of 50%. So that is pretty mad. Yes, these are classed as good. In this case, they will proudly show their repairs, and they'll also have, and this is the important bit, a new replacement sole. With a brand new sole, repaired uppers. I'm going to be out running in these in the mud, so I probably wouldn't even notice the fact that they had been repaired, even if the repairs were visible, so I wouldn't care. And those shoes will be good to go. Keep you going over the winter when it's a bit muddier, and save yourself 50%, because these shoes at £120 aren't cheap. I guess running shoes in general aren't cheap, whether they're minimalist or otherwise. A pair for £60 is a great way to keep these out of landfill and keep you moving. And if you wanted to get a second pair, so just say I've already got a pair which I paid a lot more for and didn't want to pay £120, even if I wanted to, I couldn't in this case. I'm able to save myself a lot of money. Farthers in the basket, and they're good to go. So there's plenty of savings to be had on the site. Also finding shoes which are not available on Revivo's site at all, even in a newer up-to-date version, like the soft grounds. Also under the outdoor ones, there are these Magnet Trail Firm Ground, which class it as a vegan shoe, but essentially it's fully recycled. And these are currently only available on the Revivo Barefoot site for women all weather. This is the shoe that I would really like to get for like a winter trail shoe, and even just to wear. They look pretty smart for wearing with jeans even, but they are not available. Even in my size you can't get them. But here's a cool little feature. If you click notify me when back in stock, you can fire your email address in and be notified once they come back in stock. That's another great option here. So I don't want to make this video too long. Essentially, the Revivo site is definitely worth checking out. Got some great options if you flick through even like the smarter shoes. Let's say everyday. Got the boots, shoes. You can spend some time looking through here. You've got sandals. See if you can find yourself a bargain. Equally with the kids, there are some great options there. Some winter boots at the top here. A load of range of options even for a pair of shoes for school. Then they've got the school kids ones available there. Outdoors and in the men's, sort of casual shoes, dressier sort of boots, wearing with a suit for example. Trainers, trail shoes, hiking boots, all available at savings. So thanks for taking the time to watch, and let me know your thoughts, any feedback in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.